Okay, so we got here. This is the Ku Klux Klan, commonly called the KKK, or simply the Klan. It's the name of three distinct movements in the United States that have advocate extremist reactionary currents such as white supremacy, white nationalism, anti-immigration, and especially in later iteration, uh, Nordicism, anti-Catholicism, and anti-Semitism. Historically, the KKK used terrorism, both physical assault and murder, against group or individuals whom they oppose. All three movements have called for the purification of the American society, and all are considered right-wing extremist organizations. That was a quick definition of these guys. In other words, they are like perps. They're like gang stalkers. It's the same thing. It's just older. And the target. Like these people, what we got here? These people flourished in the late 1860s. I believe it was in the south of United States in Tennessee. And yeah, they were terrorizing people, obviously. But they got stopped. Like, these people were like a group of military. I think it's a Confederate army. And they got stopped by the federal government because they were killing black people and stuff. That's bad. And obviously the camera showed up also in those days, in those years. So they had to hide. It was hard for them. And in the 1920s, the second group came in, but I believe it was more like 1915 the second group came. But still, they came up with capes, robes, and that coney hat they have. Obviously, they wear that because um, they want to hide. Got cameras there. Everybody knows it's illegal, so that's why they were hiding under those robes. But even though these people think they're above the law, they have a superiority complex, and then they think they can go around and target people, destroy stuff, burn people, burn crosses and shit, intimidate, even hang black people, kill people. They don't care. They don't care because they're organized. These guys, you gotta understand the power of organization. It's huge, and it's hard to make them fall. Even if you sue them or whatever, these guys gonna support each other with lies. Obviously, they're gonna go to court and lie. They don't care about you. They don't care about anything but their little group and whatever they believe. So they think they have the right to kill. They think they have some kind of license to kill. These cowards, they basically they took over the government and corporation. They do that easy. They infiltrate, and they infiltrate any organization out there, and their power is even more bigger. Then now, if you have a problem with them after being targeted or something, no one would take your complaint. No one, because these guys are all over the place. They're gonna make sure that your lawsuit or whatever goes nowhere near them, or just don't go nowhere. So I think you can see the similarity. If you believe in the KKK, I hope you believe in GangStalking, because it's pretty much the same thing. I believe the difference with KKK is they would actually kill you. They won't wait for you to kill yourself or guys lie to you and shit. You know what I mean? They will actually kill you. These guys don't care. Okay, let's continue. Nazi Germany. Yeah, these guys are the real. Can I say that? They love fascism. um, I don't know if you remember, but in the 20s and in the 30s, the government, uh, media, churches, the union, they were all kind of fascist minded, Just in Germany, these people were targeting Jews, and not only them, even in Russia and other countries, they were targeting Jews. That's a form of gang stalking. That's obvious. And in America, in the same years and even before, they were targeting black people. It was all that's kind of fascism. And obviously, we have the how can I say that? The well-known Stasi police. Let me give you a brief description of the Stasi police. This is the Ministry of State Security, commonly known as the Stasi, literally state security, also state security services. That was the official state security service of the German Democratic Republic, GDR, colloquially known as East Germany. It has been described as one of the most effective and repressive intelligence and secret police agencies to have ever existed. The Stasi was headquartered in East Berlin, with an extensive complex in Berlin-Lichtenberg and several smaller facilities throughout the city. The Stasi motto was Shield and Sword of the Party, referring to the ruling Socialist Unity Party of Germany. Erich Mielke was its longest serving chief in power for 32 years of the GDR's 40 years of existence. One of his main tasks was spying on people, spying on the population, mainly through a vast network of citizen turned informant and fighting any opposition by overt or covert measures, including hidden psychological destruction of dissidents, literally meaning decomposition. Its main directorate for reconnaissance was responsible for both espionage and for conducting uh, covert operation in foreign countries. Under its longtime head Marcus Wolf, this directorate gained a reputation as one of the most effective intelligence agencies of the Cold War. Numerous Stasi officials were prosecuted for their crimes after 1990 because this is criminal. You can't go around and spy on people and cause disruption and all kinds of shit like that on innocent citizens. You can't do that. We have a law, we have a justice, we have courts, whatever. After German reunification, the surveillance file that the Stasi had maintained on millions of East Germans were laid open so that any citizen could inspect their personal file on request. These files are now maintained by the Federal Commissioner for the Stasi Records. So I hope all these, these perps have a plan in mind because if they get caught and the government has to stop this gang stalking program, they're gonna have to put those files publicly. Hope these guys have a plan. There's a lot of people gonna go to jail or whatever. Just saying. Okay, next. COINTELPRO. Yeah, this famous program, which is in the United States. I believe it was conducted by the FBI. This, I think, what's the acronym for that? The Federal Bureau of Investigation. Yeah, whatever. These guys, they made that pro, COINTELPRO. It stands for Counterintelligence Program. These guys were basically gang stalking people. If you know what's gang stalking, if you don't know, at the end of the this whole presentation, you understand what happened to those victims there. They gang stalk these people. Like we got victims here, Malcolm X. Why you guys people? How do you think he died? This is all documented. You just Google it. You'll see. FBI, they killed him. Martin Luther King, Stocky Carmichael, the Elijah Muhammad, Honorable Rap Brown, and just many more, all being gang stalked by the government. And then you're gonna say, "Oh, government, they don't do stuff like that. They don't blah blah blah, whatever." You guys don't know nothing. And if you do, then I think you already know. Let's see. We have a little quick video here for you guys.
Why did the FBI infiltrate the civil rights movement? You can turn back now, or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. In the United States and most other Western governments, it's legal for interested citizens to band together and create political organizations, so long as they don't violate the law of the land. Grassroots groups are legally able to take their opinions to the streets through rallies, protests, and more. While the government may not agree with the points these groups are arguing, they are allowed to speak their piece. Or are they? Here's where it gets crazy. Enter COINTELPRO, or the FBI's counterintelligence program. Between 1956 and 1971, the FBI conducted a series of operations designed to infiltrate, discredit, and ultimately destroy domestic political organizations. These weren't terrorists or criminals. The groups the FBI considered subversive included the Civil Rights Movement, the NAACP, and the National Lawyers Guild. Running surveillance is old news, and, candidly, it's necessary to keep tabs on groups that might spread violent revolution or plan to commit crimes. Hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan could legitimately pose a danger to the public, and the FBI did keep track of this organization, spending about 15% of their resources on these and other hate groups. The other 85%, however, went to stopping civil rights groups, including groups that protested the Vietnam War, agitated for women's rights, Puerto Rican independence, and more. The program came to light in 1971 when a group calling itself the Citizens Commission to Investigate the FBI broke into an FBI field office in Pennsylvania and stole documents related to COINTELPRO. It wasn't, however, the first example of government agencies using their powers for political repression, and, according to some activists, similar practices persist today. The world's intelligence agencies haven't limited themselves to the physical world either. According to both the New York Times and The Guardian, British and American spies have set up surveillance in MMORPGs like the World of Warcraft and Second Life, based on concerns that criminals might meet online to plan acts of terrorism or to negotiate money laundering schemes. This is only one example of modern-day surveillance. Supporters of infiltration programs argue that they are essential to national security, while opponents see these tactics as evidence of a growing police state. However, one thing's for sure, most of these operations only come to light via whistleblowers, hackers, and so on, rather than official sources. Whatever replaced COINTELPRO, it's something the government doesn't want you to know.
That was nice. Anyway, fuck these COINTELPRO people. What we got next here? MK Ultra. I don't know what that stand for, but I know for a fact that's a research and development, chemical, biological, and radiological material capable of employment in clandestine, which is an operation to control human behavior. Obviously, the CIA and the CSIS of Canada are in this shit, and our military complex in the United States too. They're definitely using whatever this research program. They're mind controlling everyone, especially targeted individuals. I see I have a nice video here. We see people being controlled, and you see what it does. And when you're on mind control with this MK Ultra, whatever weapon you're using, you get hot and you get like in some kind of trance. And see for yourself. Just look.
I'm Savannah Guthrie alongside Matt Lauer and Al Roper. Will someone do the junior high hug dance? It's like this. You gotta make it real awkward.
That's exactly how
you have to have a certain amount of distance between the bodies
exactly.
in junior high.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
Before we move off this privacy thing, and I thought that was a fascinating
It's
answer.
okay. You want to take off the hoodie?
No, I never take off the hoodie.
I know you don't. What's with that? There's a group of women in the audience that wish you would. And
No.
girls?
Whoa.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah, that's okay.
Can you explain what this instant personalization thing was that you did, and why you did it, and what's the value of it to your users?
Maybe I should take off the hoodie.
Take off the hoodie.
Go ahead.
You want
What
to?
the hell?
You want? Go ahead. Here. Let me get someone. You all right?
Yeah.
This is a great moment in internet history.
What?
You all right?
What are we gonna do with the mic?
Put it on your.
All right.
Put it on the collar of your T-shirt. Do you want some?
You need some help?
No, I'm good.
All right. Okay. Mark?
Sorry about the...
Sorry about being warm, Mark.
Nah, it's...
We're not even yelling at you
Yeah.
yet.
We're not going to yell at it.
No, of course not. That is a warm hoodie.
Yeah, no, it's a thick hoodie. It's a company hoodie. We print our mission on the inside.
What?
Oh,
my
really?
God, the inside of the hoodie, everybody. Take a moment. What is it? Making the...
Making the world more open and connected.
Oh my God, it's like a secret
Cool.
cult. Look at that, making the world open and connected, stream, graph, platform, and this weird symbol in the middle that is probably for the Illuminati. Oh, 2010.
No, it's 2010.
Oh no. Girls?
Whoa.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah, that's okay. Oh my God, it's like a secret
Cool.
cult.
Yeah, it's a difficult title. It's a good, a good day to die.
But I suppose it's because you had kind of a good day, and if you would have died, well, so be it. Is that it?
That's right. That's a good explanation. Have a sandwich, and let's go shopping.
Yeah.
Die hard.
That would have been your chosen title.
Well, it's about, it makes about as much sense. A good, or maybe there is a good day to die hard.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's right. That's a good explanation. Have a sandwich, and let's go shopping.
Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me, and he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage, so he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
That must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame every...
He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave, but he can't. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave.
In covertly recorded off-air transmissions from the Bush-Clinton presidential election campaign in the 1990s, we can see that Bill Clinton was nothing more than a puppet to the puppet masters which placed him in the White House. Bill Clinton's demeanor
seems to be similar to a person who is under a hypnotic trance.
Remember that every single man, woman, and child in the state of South Carolina awakens to a freer, safer world because of George Bush. I would remind people that every single morning we all awaken to a safer, freer world because of George Bush. And Nicole, I would remind you and the people of Florence that all of us awaken every single day to a freer, safer world because of George Bush. They themselves awaken every single day to a freer, safer world because of George Bush.
Yeah, I think it was enough creepy like that. You see, people like if you don't believe me, I don't care. Go search, put it on Google or whatever. Write MK Ultra, write Pro, write anything I'm telling you. And after you look at it, now come comment and troll or whatever. Me, I'm just telling fact. I'm not even telling my opinion. And as a targeted individual, I experienced this. Like you're sitting there speaking and trying to say something, and you cannot say it. You just cannot say it, and something else come out of your mouth, and you can feel the control, like just like Bruce Willis experienced earlier.